Good morning, everyone. This is Russell Rucker. I'm here for another constitutional talk. And I thought today we'd talk about the convention a little bit to kind of offer you a little bit of a primer. Um, in January, I did do a video on February 21, 1787, when we had the a letter passed by Congress that set up the convention. The convention was an important meeting. We had 73 men elected throughout the colonies to go by the legislature to go to the convention. 18 of them did not serve. The likes of Richard Henry Lee and Patrick Henry declined, and others were sent in their place. In the end, 55 men attended the meeting. 39 of those men signed the Constitution, and they're all pictured here. None of the others are, with the exception of Jackson this year. Because Jackson was not a delegate. He was elected by the body to be secretary of the convention. So he was not one of those delegates, but he is a signer of the Constitution, and I think that's what's really important here. So we get to the convention, and it's supposed to start on the 15th. Members start showing up on the 14th. They can't meet till the 25th because they don't have a quorum of states. They need a majority of the states to begin discussion and business. And on the 25th, they begin with making of rules. They set up a rules committee. And Madison is in town early. And he's going through, he has gotten a list of all those that were elected. And he's putting them into groups on paper, trying to figure out who's going to be for a whole new constitution and who wants to go along with the Articles of Confederation and try to just fix the Articles of Confederation by amendment, which was really the objective of the meeting to begin with. And so he's working on this. He's already talked to George Washington ahead of the meeting, and they're kind of all mingling around as people come in, and he's the group from Virginia is having meetings, and they're beginning the work of the convention on the first real day of business. Once the rules are possessed, Randolph speaks for Madison, and he reads through the outline of the Virginia plan and discusses it for most of the day. Towards the end of the session, Charles Pinckney, who's way over in our third panel there in the colorful coat, he stands up and he presents his version of what he thinks. And that's known as the Pinckney Plan. And it's agreed to set them side by side and for discussion. So they adjourn for the day. And this is kind of how the convention began. So you've got two different plans, and I've already done a video on each of those plans. They're laying them side by side, and they're trying to discuss and going through what is best for the country. And every day, George Washington takes to the floor. He opens the convention, and then he steps aside and allows Mr. Gorham, who is the chairman of the Committee of the Whole, to really run and present things. And so this is the dynamic in the convention. You have a couple of aging statesmen. Franklin is one. Genevieve is the other. This is Genevieve here. And of course, Franklin is seated over in the middle of the second panel there. And so those are your aging statesmen. The rest of these people mostly are young people. They're also mostly members who either were serving or had served in the state legislatures of various colonies. Rhode Island decided not to send any delegates. Instead, they sent a letter. They sent a letter outlining what they hoped would be achieved. And a lot of people wonder why they didn't send delegates. But a financial thing could have very well been the reason. That's what I've always thought. Others have surmised that they were just opposed to what they were doing. I guess I don't really have a complete answer for that. I don't know if one exists. However, that's what they decided to do. And so they didn't send delegates. New Jersey didn't send them till late. Two of New York's delegates left. New York sent Hamilton, who was a strong Federalist, and they sent two others who were strong anti-Federalists to kind of deadlock Hamilton. And so you had three there, but two left after they realized they weren't going to get their way on things. Two left late in the convention because they wanted a Bill of Rights. A couple people left because their wives got sick. One left because he was really too sick to attend to begin with. You even had one individual that left for business. The business was a duel. Hamilton interceded, but he never did. Hamilton returned, but the duelist never did. One left because he was dividing the vote, and he didn't think his state should be denied representation simply on his account. So he removed himself and went home. Now, there were lots of things going on in the convention, and I thought we'd get into the convention a little bit, and I'd try to explain how things were supposed to be first, and that's what this talk is meant to be. Kind of an overall, a primer, a review of why we're here and what's going on. The two plans I didn't mention, I also talked about in earlier videos, and those being the New Jersey plan that Patterson presented, and then, of course, Hamilton's speech asking what he wanted, or telling people what he wanted. And that's pretty much how they gathered. I hope that gives you a little bit better understanding. We're going to be getting into the convention and talking a lot about a lot of different things that were going on so that you really have a good, solid knowledge of it. And for now, thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a good day. And please subscribe to my videos, and we'll catch you next time on the next Constitutional Talk. You have a good day now.